News is a non-profit.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Just about 6:07 on your early Friday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. The first Friday of the year as well, and something that hasn't changed even as we headed into the start of the new year is the amount of cloud cover that we've seen. We've seen a lot of cloud cover in addition to obviously the snow being produced by those clouds, and that was something that was rather prominent in the last several days of 2025, with most of those days, most if not all of those days, containing 80 to 100% cloud coverage, basically meaning that we are cloudy, if not mostly cloudy, for most of the time. And I don't expect that to change over the next few days, but as we head into next week, something that will change is the temperature, and I think that will be enough of a change as well, even if we don't see a lot of sunshine associated with it. We do have right now our winter storm warnings for Lewis and Oswego County. Those into effect through tomorrow morning. All of these advisories, I should say, in effect through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. By the way, this winter storm warning for Lewis County has been in effect since Monday, so they've just been getting slammed since then. For Madison, Oneida counties, it is a lake effect snow warning in that teal color, and then for Herkimer County, it is a winter weather advisory for slightly less snowfall accumulation. That, again, through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can see we're dealing with lake effect snow right now in downtown Utica, where we're currently sitting at 20 degrees. Visibility is at 3 miles thanks to the snow and the wind out of the west at 3 miles an hour, and that's also making it feel like exactly 20 degrees at the present time. Other numbers from around the region are not as warm. We've got upper and middle teens down toward the south, low to mid-teens up toward the north, Old Forge at 11 degrees at the present time, and adding insult to injury are the winds out of the west at around 3 to 7 miles an hour at this time, and that's making it feel like the single digits and teens area-wide, also reducing visibility, especially over portions of Oneida County and closer toward the Big Lake, Lake Ontario, over portions of northern Cayuga and Oswego counties just to the west of our viewing area. That's where you're going to see more snow during the overnight hours on top of the 2 to 2.5 feet that they've seen just in the last 24 hours. A little bit less in northwestern Oneida County, but that's where it's falling the heaviest right now, from Camden over towards Sylvan Beach, over toward just to the south of Rome, to the north of Vernon along the thruway as well. And we do have a lot of cloud cover associated with this as well. Some rain off toward the south and some energy working back toward the west that will head in our direction for the latter half of the weekend. But we do have more lake effect snow and more clouds to deal with during the overnight hours. Temperatures dropping into the single digits and teens, but feeling like the single digits area wide with those with the wind as well as the cloud cover. And then the snow will eventually dissipate and move back toward the north and then waver its way back toward the south as we head toward the second half of the day. But it looks like a mainly morning affair for the lake effect snow. Again, those advisories expiring at 7 a.m. and the winter storm severity index in the minor category for northern and western Oneida County up into the major category, though, where Fulton, areas around there in Oswego County, seeing as much as 2 to 2.5 feet of snow, and they're likely going to add on another 6 to 12 inches there. You'll also notice that tomorrow morning we will be dealing with wind chills in the single digits, both above and below zero, and only improving to about 11 to 12 degrees by the afternoon. We make major improvements temperature-wise by the middle and end of next week. Finally, 30s and 40s returning to the forecast with some rain showers, but we'll take what we can get. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
It is exactly 11:10 on your late Friday evening, the first one of 2026. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. And in case you've been thinking that we've been rather gray in terms of sky coverage over the better part of the last couple of days of 2025 and the first few days of this year, you'd be right about that. And many of those clouds have been producing lake effect snow or snow squalls. So with most of the time featuring anywhere from 80 to 100% of cloud coverage, actually 90 to 100%, the brightest 2 days, if you want to call it that, with 80% cloud coverage. And those 2 days are mostly cloudy, were Christmas Day, the 25th, and the day after. Other than that, it's been pretty gray, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But what I do see warming up are those temperatures. I'll have more on that coming up in the 7-day forecast in just a second. No changes here either. These are the latest winter weather alerts. These go until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for Oneida and Madison counties in that teal color. It's a lake effect snow warning. For southern Herkimer County, it is a winter weather advisory in that purple. And then in the pink, we've got Lewis County under a winter storm warning. They've been under a winter storm warning since Monday morning. So for the better part of the last 4 or 5 days, they've been getting slammed by lake effect snow up on the Tug Hill Plateau. And that's going to continue to be the case during the overnight hours, hence why that warning is still in effect. Right now, downtown Utica, we've got a few snow showers out there, 19 degrees. The visibility is it could be better, but it also could be worse. It's at 1.3 miles right now, and we've got the winds out of the west at 9 miles an hour, making that 19 feel like 8 above zero. And temperatures up toward the north are actually into the single digits, both in Old Forge and Lake Pleasant, 9 and 7 degrees respectively. Same thing over in Boonville right now at 9 degrees. From the valley on toward the south, we've got temperatures in the middle and lower and middle teens, maybe a few upper teens out there right now. Like I mentioned, downtown Utica currently at 9 degrees. But when you factor in that westerly wind out there right now, it feels like the single digits for many of us, in fact, below zero in both Old Forge and Lake Pleasant at -3. And it feels like the teens off toward the south and the west right now. So we've got some light to occasionally moderate snow coming off of Lake Ontario right now. Most of that is focused on areas around Camden, Sylvan Beach, I should say, Rome over toward just to the north of Vernon, Verona as well. And we've got some energy working its way from the midsection of the country off toward the east. And that's what's going to provide us with some more snow shower chances and some more clouds tomorrow night in through Sunday morning as well. But in the meantime, we'll be dealing with more lake effect snow, more clouds, a westerly wind, making the teens feel like the single digits during the overnight hours, both above and below zero. And that's not going to make much headway as we head through our Saturday, even though we will see some moderating temperatures up into the upper teens and low 20s. It'll only feel like the single digits and teens for most of the day. When you factor in that wind, the winter storm severity index highest off toward the west, and there could be another 4 to 8 inches in some locations. And again, that wind chill is just going to be brutal during the overnight hours and through the day tomorrow. But thankfully, as we head toward the middle and end of next week, we'll see a moderating trend, and that means the snow will change over to rain, even if it doesn't exactly look the brightest. Thomas, back to you.
Looks like we can expect some slushy roads. Thank you.